Good evening and welcome to Wednesday Night Live. For those joining in for the first time, I'm Leanne Winston Psychic Medium, and welcome. So, comment in the sorry, just putting somebody on mute. Comment in the comments. Let me know that you're watching and say hello. We've got a few people coming in already. Kim is here. I wasn't sure if Facebook was connecting right, as there seems to be some changes going on between the parties, third parties in that sense. So, hey, Kim, hey, Anita, we've got Carrie Ann here as well. Hey, Carrie Ann, we've got Ella, hey, honey, Nat is here. Hey, gorgeous. Deb and Pauline is here. Hey, Alison is here. I don't feel like I'm looking at the camera. Sorry, guys. Janine is here. Beautiful. And we have Deb watching also. Caroline. Oops, Caroline. I'll get the right one. Yeah, is new here. Hey, welcome. Don't forget to hit the like button or follow button too, honey, for the page that you're coming through, whether it's My Time TV or it's my Facebook. Andrea is here. Tanya, beautiful. Tanya, yes, all is well. Thank you. Kelly, Sue, sorry. Oh my God, my eyes are so tired. I have been crocheting and been in front of the computer today. I must admit, I am definitely overdue to have my eyes checked, and I'm certainly starting to feel it the more of that smaller work that I am doing and more screen work these days. Say, hey, mum. So it's something I must do in the next few weeks is go and get that checked out. Brenda, hey, it's like my eyes are just blurry when looking at the screen. Whitney's here. Hey, honey. Andrea, Aniti, thank you for reading 2 weeks ago. By the way, you are very welcome, honey. It is my pleasure. And just getting on to readings as well. And I want to just have a little chat in a second, but if you would like a reading, please, if you like it from spirit, ask a direct question rather than a general question. If not, you can hashtag cards and I will answer you, like do the English would help, pull you a card as well. So from my Inner Soul Guidance Oracle deck that Deb and I created. So if you'd like to get a deck of those as well, you can go through my website, leannewinston.com, or innersoulguidance.com.au as well. And we do post them out. They are an incredible gift for Christmas, especially if you're looking for something for somebody that you want something a bit different for as well. In that way. I also will be at Murray Bridge State Reserve Market this weekend. I think it's called Maryland Markets, on Sunday, with my stock with the crystals and mum and dad and their wood stuff, and the cards if you would like to get a deck of cards for yourself if you're in that area. All right, Leanne is here. We have the lovely Roz here in the background as well, keeping the controls under control. I like that. The trolls under control. So beautiful. Thanks, Roz. Mum's saying hi to people. Hi, Joanne. How you going, honey? Michaela is also here. All right. I'm just putting comments up as they come. And just so I can say hello to people as well that are popping in as well with that. So just before we get started on, I'm not sure if I've seen Andrea's up there, beautiful, and Jody, beautiful. So while I'm talking, I'll pop them up there. Please do join me in this conversation because I'd love to know your thoughts and stuff as well in that way. Hey, Heather, because just before coming live, I should say, excuse my tiredness, Spirit made reference to the need to go with the flow, the need to find peace in things. And I feel that a lot of people are struggling a little bit lately in letting go of the past. Being able to, and I'm a big believer in it, it's not about forgiving or forgetting. It is very much about finding peace in everything. So if you can find peace within yourself, it brings balance. But if you can also have peace, Have a focus on what you're working towards and trust and surrender in the process. This English would help. Sorry, this energy will move through. So many people have in the past and even still do, they fight it. They work hard for what they want. They bring imbalance into their lives because not necessarily in the way they've gone around it is the correct way to go to it, and it brings that unsettled hectic energy in. Okay, so spirit is just reminding me this afternoon, we need to find peace in everything. We need to have that balance. We need to have that clear focus of what it is that we're working towards and trust and surrender in the process. Trust spirit's got your back. Trust that you are supported, but also surrendering to that flow will help this energy move through and create that clearer picture that um, you are sort of focusing on. But make sure when you have a picture that you're putting out there, an idea or what you're working towards, make sure it's clarity. It's direct down the line. There's no room for doubt or questioning yourselves in that way. Okay. When we do that, Michaela's giving hugs to Kelly. I will go back and have a look at that shortly. Um, so when we do that, we quite often find that by surrendering and trusting in the process, we have more energy. First of all, we don't have to wear ourselves out or run ourselves into the ground to try and make things happen and make them fit. When we surrender and we trust in that energy, everything falls into place the way it needs to. All right. Michaela says, good trip. Thank you. You are welcome. We did have a good trip to Mount Gambier. I think that's what you're asking on there as well. And Brenda says, I'm doing the right thing with my current situation, or do I need the interaction? I get you're doing the right thing, honey. All right. So we've got Steve there as well, and Rosa saying hello to everybody. Trolling the trolls. I'm guessing there has been some already. Wonderful. Thanks, Ros. Can always count on you, honey. Ros and I had a ball in Mount Gambier, and we certainly will be organising some more more trips very soon as well. I think I'm going to be doing a trip. Well, I am doing a trip in November with my family. Hubby's got holidays, so we're taking, I think it's 3 nights over at Whyalla to spend with our older daughter for her birthday. So I might do a day of reading over there as well. Joanne saying, what happens if it's time to take out, not moving forward, to converse energy? What happens if it's time to take out, not move forward with? I'm not sure what you mean there, honey. Is it more about making change in the situation in that side of it? Is that what you're getting at? Sometimes, it is about having that clearer picture of what it is you want and bringing the focus back into us. So when we do, it is bringing that balance back within. Okay. Ross says, and g'day to everybody from the YouTube land. Yes, I see there's some people coming in on YouTube, and Ross is there in that comment as well. And we've got the lovely Sarah there. Hey, honey. You would love a reading. All right, we're getting around to cards very shortly, but I just feel this is something that is being brought up at the moment, and spirit normally will draw me to things for a reason. It doesn't always make sense straight away why we need to be looking at that energy, but spirit is really pushing that feeling at the moment of, finding the peace in everything. Now, sometimes that stuff can go pretty deep as well, sort of thing, because I stopped and thought, all right, okay, well, what am I going to find peace in? And when I did that, nothing comes to mind for me. But then when you start digging a little bit deeper, you do sort of start to scratch the surface, and things start to pop up in that way. Sometimes it can be stuff that's not in your control, and you just need to let that flow move through in that way as well. We have Shirley here from Canada. Hey, honey. Welcome on joining us. Okay, and Janine. What about to be given by Auntie's unit in interpretation? Should I rent or sell? I got sold with that, honey. All right. So Kim is saying I had a constant smell of cigarette smoke all day and night under my nose. Can't get rid of it. Not sure what that's for. So, honey, who does the smell remind you of? Where's the first place that your mind goes to? Okay. Usually it's somebody in spirit letting you know that they are very much around you in that way. So spirit will find different ways to tell you that they are there. So, I love the fact that you're seeing it or smelling it. You're seeing the sign that's being put there. Trust where your mind goes first up. All right. I've got to tell you a funny story. On Saturday when we arrived in Mount Gambier, it was a beautiful old house that we were staying into, and it had been renovated really lovely and very clean and tidy. I was sitting on the toilet of all places, in the second or the main bathroom, I guess it was, because there was another toilet out the back in the laundry. But all of a sudden, it's dead quiet, and I know Roz was in part of the house, but nowhere near where I was or the wall that I was, to hear this knock knock on the wall. Now these walls are full stone walls, so spirit was quite offering. I can't even get that word out. Quite a bit over the weekend. Spirit was letting us know they were around us. We could sense it. Things were moving. There are a couple of times it sounded like something when we were in the lounge room had dropped in one of the bedrooms to the floor, sort of thing. And I think it was the last night Roz had been woken up by a couple of things as well. So I love the way spirit finds ways to let us know they are around. And, it could be multiple different stuff. All right. And that says, do you, hang on, my button doesn't want to work. Let me hide that message and see if that will work now. There we go. That says, do you pick up on what to do for our dog? She has lymphoma. Do we do chemo, successful or not? I get successful, honey. So I do feel that is, yeah, that's something that's going to have a really good result in with it. I kind of feel like you've caught it at the right time as well with that. So my heart goes out to you guys. I know how hard that sort of stuff can be, even when it is animals. All right, I am having some issues here in the background with my stream, but let's bring Alicia up and say hello to her. We haven't seen Alicia for a little bit.
Hello.
Hey, honey, how you going?
Yeah, good.
That's good. Oh, let me see. My buttons are doing weird things. Okay.
Blame the retrograde.
Oh, there we go. Now I've got lots of. Let's
I
hide
feel
that
like
one.
Mercury has like 4 days to cause all the chaos it can. And so it's trying.
It's working really well. It seriously is. I was in a shop the other day and her technology just was not working, and I just laughed. And I'm like, it's technology. We have a
Yep.
lot in retrograde at the moment, and I'm standing near it.
Yeah.
So it seems to be a common thing. So
Yeah.
how you been?
Busy
Yeah,
working.
busy in
Yeah.
a good way?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Excellent. So that's good news. The family's all doing well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wonderful. Did you have a question, honey, you'd like to ask?
Just whatever comes through, please.
Just whatever comes through. I actually got
Yeah.
told to draw you 3 cards, if that's
Okay.
all right. Well, they're flying out at me too. Interesting. All right, so that's 2. All right. So the very first card was the confirmation card. So look at the signs, look at the way that the information is catching your attention. Ask those desired questions, open your heart to receive the signs from above. The next card that came out was the butterfly card, which is very much backing up the signs
Yeah.
in that way as well with that. So, and that one says, look for the signs, confirmation from above your loved ones are around you. I actually feel like your grandfather has been letting you know that a bit lately. For some reason, I keep seeing crow's colours. So I don't know if he keeps putting the crows in front of you or the crow as in a bird, but I'm seeing the football team colours, the crows in that way with that. Okay.
Okay.
That
I've
makes sense.
seen it makes sense because I've seen heaps of signs and angel numbers like lately. I've
Perfect.
been a lot more conscious of them. But it was a cocky, it was a sulfur crested cockatoo, but I've
Yeah.
seen one like on the grass, just chilling out, eating whatever it's eating, but really close to the roadside. So like
Ah,
not in danger, but not a safe place. Like you wouldn't
yeah,
let a child hang out there,
yeah,
um,
that's
or like you wouldn't let your
it.
cat hang out there. Um, yeah. So obviously, like the
Wow.
birds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they're catching your attention in that way.
yeah,
And the last card out was the turtle. So
okay,
very much about taking your time, look at the bigger picture sort of side of it. And it
yeah,
says endurance, perception, and persistence will keep you steady on your path. Find that slower and steady pace.
okay,
So, whoops, sorry, I keep hitting the mic with my ring. Um, So I just feel like it's about seeing the signs at the moment that they're getting your attention. The messages are there. You are
yeah,
very much loved and supported through that
yeah,
as well. But slow down a little bit. So whether you're finding it's too like you're going a million miles an hour lately, or you're trying to like balance a lot
yeah,
at once, I just get change is coming, and
yeah.
the balance is strong in that side of it as well. I feel like you're stepping up when it comes to work. So what are you stepping into?
So I've started studying crystal therapy course and I started doing more
Ah,
of like the cards.
perfect.
Um, and like trying to channel like trust what comes through as
Yeah.
opposed to like relying on the book. But also my work hours are I'm going from point 0.5 to point 0.9 next term.
Oh, wow. Well done.
Yeah, in a
Congratulations.
thank you. So in like a new role but still at the same site.
Yeah. Okay. Because I feel
Yeah.
like it's a step up. So not just stepping up in the time frame of it, but I
Okay.
also feel the role is stepping up into something higher as well.
Okay.
The timing is perfect, is the
Yeah.
reference I get. I want to say on the study as well as the work side of it, look
Yeah.
at how it's all starting to fall into place, is
Yeah.
the reference I get with that.
Yeah.
All right. And how's it? Your grandma, Nana?
Yeah, she's good. I saw her yesterday.
Oh, beautiful. Well, please give
Yeah.
her our love, won't you?
I will.
Because if I say give her my love, my mum's going, but what about me? I can hear her
Yeah.
voice
And
already in
like
the
Nan loves
background.
you all. So
Yes, she does. So we still got to do that coffee and catch up as well. So
yes.
I remember these things when I speak to people, and then the years getting away from us.
I know. I was like, how is it like September? How is it almost the end of the year
Oh, it's crazy.
already?
So
Yeah.
it's just moving so quickly. And it's just like, I
Yeah.
think the older we're getting, the worse we're getting. But still, people are saying to me, can you do this event in 2023? And I'm like, that's a long way away. Why are you asking
Yeah.
this question right now? And I'm like, well, seriously, it's only, what, about 12, 13 weeks away, and we're in 2023. So,
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, it was good to see you, honey.
You too.
Take care and have to let me know how next term goes.
I will. Oh, I've got a couple of Wednesdays off. Wednesday nights. So I'll be out. Hopefully, be able to pop on.
Perfect. I'll
Yeah.
be here.
Lovely. Thank
All
you.
right. Much love to everyone. Bye, hon.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, beautiful energy. Um, and I just heard, but English would help. I went back to being patient. See how things fall into place when they are meant to. They really do start to come around as needed as well. Alicia is cute. Oh, I'm sure she will say thank you for that. And uh, Brenda saying hello, beautiful. And we have Dawn. She says, how can you base anything on cardboard? I don't get it. Okay, let me explain this, honey. So this is a deck of cards that, like I said, if you missed the beginning, this is a deck of cards that I myself and my friend Deb has done. So Deb's done a lot of artwork. I I did a lot of work on the intuition, and then between the two of us, it all came together. So we set our intention what we wanted in the card. So for each person, a different card can have a slightly different meaning. So the card is got on the bottom of them a little bit of a summary. In the box is a book that has about a page, 2 pages, 2 pages or page and a half sort of thing of information that goes more into depth. But really, it is what you get out of that picture sort of thing. So to me, butterflies have a thing for me. The lion has a reference to me for it sort of thing. But when you put the card together with the person's personality, their energy, it all starts to build a bigger picture in that way. So, if anybody wants to learn more about the cards now, with this deck of cards, I think it's the 5th of November that Deb and I are running a day workshop in teaching how to connect with the cards, how to use our deck in that way. And we do have layouts in the book set out as well. So we sort of teach you how to read our cards, but also how to trust your intuition around read. God, English isn't good tonight, is it? Around reading those cards as well with that. I think over the weekend I've been talking too much and I'm on that. Um, what I call energetic weekend hangover is probably a good way to put it. So, Ros, I think it's hitting home now, especially when I can't talk English as well. I do see there is a scammer there, or a troll, as Ros called it before, in the background. So, please, people, don't inbox that person. If you do anything with it, click on the 3 dots on the end of the question or their comment, report it to Facebook as scam or spam, I think it is called, and just hit the block button so that person can't reach out to you. Now, I'm sure everybody's heard about all the Optus stuff and that going on. This is a very good time and more than normal to be aware of scammers out there in your personal life, not just on the computer, your phones, your mail coming in, everything. If you aren't sure about something, double check into it. Don't click on it. Even from Facebook side of things, I wouldn't be surprised if we start getting messages sent out to other people asking us to click on links pretending to be our profiles, so to speak. So anybody could be hacked at any time. Just be very cautious and very wary of what you are doing in that way. Anita just says, I feel Alicia will go far. I agree. She's a beautiful soul. And Emily says, hi, is One Touch 52 years old and it hurts seeing him shake and actually scared in fear. I just want to be able to help or even tell him what he might need to do. Is it a spirit doing this? I do feel, yes, intuition is a very much a big part of that side of it as well. I talk to him, honey. Ask the questions. What is he feeling? Start breaking it down, so to speak, because when people start to understand how spirit communicate with us, how we can take on their physical, like for me, a lot of you know I'm an empath. So to read for people, like over the weekend in Mount Gambier, I took on some people, like some of my clients' energy. If they were shaky, I could feel the shakes, sort of thing. If they have heartache or pain, physical or emotional pain, I felt that, whether it comes from spirit or it comes from my client in that way. It's nothing like somebody to have an injury and I can take that pain on and it be quite severe in that way because that's the way they are feeling it. All right. So, I get asked the questions, ask him what he's feeling. What is it that he's sensing? It might, and let him know it's okay. It's normal in that sense because some people will shut down because they feel that they could be judged or it might not make sense. They might feel crazy in that sense, but it can be very much spirit in that way. So, Emily, all the very best there in that way. And if I can be supportive in any way, we can always get into a conversation somewhere along the lines as a private thing too. All right. Okay, so let's jump back and go back near the The birds for Alicia is a love one. It certainly is. Dawn. We did Dawn, sorry, asking about how we do the cards. Let's drop back further. Ashley, message from message me. There's another spammer. Okay, so don't do it. If they listen here, Ashley, if you need to reach out to other people's audiences, you're not much of a reader. I wouldn't say you're accurate or have much in the way of morals. So maybe go and set up your own page. We can hook you up with My Time TV for a fee, and you can become a host on there each year and read for your own people. So bugger off and get some morals. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't have time or energy for these idiots anymore. There are so many people out there that won't do the work to advance themselves. They've got to jump on everybody else's coattails. So, guys, don't reach out to these people. They are. I'm going to stop before I say some very harsh words. All right. You can tell I'm tired and it has been a long few days. All right, Jeanette. Hey, gorgeous. How you going? Hi, Leanne. Do you see things working out with my family problems in my house in the next few weeks with things happening? I guess yes, honey, but I also feel like some boundaries need to be set clearly. All right. So whether it's about speaking up, being heard in the way that you need to be, I get a strong yes with that and sending you much love too. Okay. Kim says spirit for both. I love that. Wonderful. All right, excellent. Tanya is here. Hey, gorgeous. Hi, lovely. Well, I moved this year. I got a very strong yes with that, honey. I already feel like you've got that intention set and you know where you want to go. All right. Wendy, I really feel, honey, that you, before I say the answer that I'm getting, I really feel that you need to trust your heart, your intuition with this side of it. Okay. Stay in the heart space. Try not to get too much in your own head. I do feel that I am questioning your question in that sense. I don't feel the love is there like it used to be. All right. I kind of feel like there's been a shift of energy and that energy has changed a little bit as well. Uh, and Roz is just saying that the walls in the house on the weekend were quite thick. And that's the thing, to hear a knock in the way that I did. And it was like knock, knock type of thing. And it was so clear that for somebody to knock on a stone wall like that, if it was on the outside of the wall, the other side of the wall to where I was, would have got lost in sound, I would have thought, in the density of the wall. But yeah, incredible stuff. I don't know how many times out of the corner of my eye I seen stuff moving, and Roz did too. All right. So Kim says, wondering if Dad knows Mum is back living me. I got a very strong yes, honey, with that. And I do feel he lets you know that he is around. So whether you kind of feel that stronger energy at times, I just get that strength that comes through, maybe letting him know he's with us. Yeah. Ask him for signs. You know, guys, everybody can do this. We're all intuitive. We just need to fine tune it. Ask spirit a question. Ask them. We do this when we do the paranormal investigation stuff. We will ask a question. We will ask them to repeat maybe a series. So maybe like if we knock on something or we clap our hands, just a couple of things that we can do. And we ask spirit to repeat that pattern. It might not happen straight away. It might be a little bit delayed. But most times we will, if there's spirit there, we will get a response. Ask them to flick your lights. Like if you've got lights on in your house, ask them to flicker it. Ask them to, repeat type of thing. Or it could be a bit of a pattern. So I've got a notepad on my table, a desk pad, I should say. It doesn't work so well. So, we can do things like that. We can Ask them to flicker the TV, turn the TV over. You could ask a question. Trust what you get back in your mind. All right. And Dawn says not much, so I'm not too sure what that one was about. We will go back and find that. Emma says, any idea on how to help my father-in-law? He is being haunted by something. Could you give me some sort of guidance? It actually, a spirit, what are some things to help? He hasn't been able to sleep for months during the night due to night tremors. All right, honey. The first thing I got was look at the location of his bed. All right. So is there room in his bed to move the angle of it, like to change direction? What can happen is we can have what is called a portal in areas where spirit will come and go. And my feeling is there's energy coming up through the floor of that bed that is waking him up, that is doing that. Okay, spirit's playing my hair around there. Does he constantly touch his head, honey? Because I'm getting spirit playing my hair at the moment. And I feel they're trying to get his attention that way as well with that. The other thing you can do is put crystals in his room. Selenite is, and I haven't got any here in front of me to show you, but it's like a clear, smoke, foggy. Probably it's not smoky. Smoky is more of a grey brown color, but it's more of a clear. See the crystal bowl up there behind me? It's a little bit more like that, but not so dense. Okay, and it's sort of got a little bit of can have a little bit of a crumbly feel to it. I was going to say chalky, but that's not chalky. It's more of yeah, I haven't got anything. The other one in that corner is my clear crystal bowl. With that, usually I've got some crystals on my desk, but nothing like that. So get some selenite, honey. Now be careful with selenite or any crystals that have ITE on the end of it, because they are very much like toxic. When they get wet, they'll break down in that way. All right. So the other thing is sage his house. Open all the doors and the windows up, get some sage and burn it, but go around and clear the energy. When we do that, I always suggest people get into the corners under the furniture, and in your heart, you're moving the energy with love and asking it to move on. Okay, leave the doors and the windows open for about 15-20 minutes after to help clear out the smoke, the energy. All right, so there are some things that you can do there as well. But yeah, I'm getting the energy coming up through the floor with that one. Okay. Gina, I'm drawn to a card because that's a little bit more. There's lots of changes around that, honey. You just need to decide what it is that you want at the moment, because I feel like you're in. You're in. I don't want to say you're in between stuff. I just feel that you are questioning yourself in a little bit, so sort of doubting things, knowing change is coming, but not having that clear picture of what it is you want. So go back within, find what it is that you want. And the card I have pulled you is the protection card, honey. May your guided light surround you and watch over you and help protect you on your journey. So, that protection is there. Trust in the journey ahead of you as well, but have that clear picture of what it is that you want at the same time. All right. So I wish you all the best there. And so many people are questioning themselves lately, sort of thing. Like I said earlier, trust, find peace, trust and surrender in all. Okay. You are welcome, Joanne. It's a pleasure. Okay. All right. We have the beautiful Jen. Let's come bring her up and see how her trip to Queensland went. Hey, honey.
Hello. I'm in bed.
You're in bed. I like it. Why not? That's where I'm heading very shortly. I've got an early morning tomorrow. dealing with Adelaide traffic. So
I just feel like I'm always so tired. I don't know what's going on, but
it's
yeah.
interesting you say that because I think a lot of us are feeling it. I only said to my husband about a week ago, I get out of bed, half an hour later, I'm yawning my head off again like I'm ready to go back. So I
Mm,
think it's partly part of my head goes, well, it's that time of year. We're leading around to Christmas. We all need a break,
mm,
sort of thing. But we are going through so many energy shifts. If I remember correctly, here in the last few weeks, we've had something like 7 planets in retrograde. So you've got a lot of energy fighting against the other sort of things. So, and I think this is a big part why we need to find peace. We need to trust and surrender in that flow. Because the
yeah.
more we fight it, the more tired we're getting.
Yeah, honestly, if you weren't on, I would have switched off all the lights and everything at 7:30 and just gone yeah,
Yeah.
put it a day. But
I love the way you said that because I said to my daughter, I'm tired. I really don't feel like going live tonight. I thought, no, Leanne, you're committed. You've got to do this. So I've warned her. Once I'm finished, probably by 9:30, that's it. I'm in bed. I'm not waiting for hubby to get home from work tonight.
How's your week been?
Yeah, not too bad. Roz and I were in where were we? Mount Gambier.
That's right. Did you go
We
to
went
Scroll Queen?
No. I said to her as we were heading out that road to go to the airport to come back, I'm like, we didn't go to that bakery because we got there late, about 2:00 Sunday. On Saturday.
Oh, yes.
I did some readings Saturday, Sunday, and then we had readings Monday morning before we left as well, sort of thing. So I was determined to get back before hubby went to work, so my daughter wasn't on her own.
Yeah, fair.
Sort of thing. So yeah, but we're driving out, and I'm like, they're too hard to eat one-handed. You need 2 hands for them. So
Definitely.
it
Yeah.
definitely will be on the list for next time.
Oh, good. I had
So
the most fabulous lemon meringue tart today, like a lemon meringue pie tart thing. Oh, it was so good because I like them when they're really tart rather than
yeah,
being quite sweet.
yeah.
And I asked the guy, I said, "Oh, is this tart?" And he said, "It's so tart, it'll make your face pucker." And I was like, "That is perfect." And it
I
was
love it.
so delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Roz and I picked out on Rocky Road all weekend.
I mean, that
Roz's
sounds like a great plan.
Oh yeah, Roz's lovely partner makes this amazing Rocky Road, and it's got like Kit Kat and Turkish Delights and Cherry Ripe and all that sort of stuff
Oh
in
my
it.
goodness.
So he makes this lovely big container. He's worked out roughly how big our mouths are, so we can just get it in there in one hand instead of biting into multiple pieces, having it melting in the car. So that serves us all the way there, the weekend, and all the way home, and then Roz has some left over to get her home. So
That is amazing. That's so
it is.
good.
It is. He does a very good job of it.
Oh dear.
So it's good. So I think I've had my sweets for the next week. So yeah, and
Yeah.
how was Queensland?
Yeah, it was good. Work has been intense, so I was working up there as well. But yeah, so I found out on, I don't know, Sunday, I think it was maybe Monday, that I went for a job with where I am, but it was like a bit of a promotion. I found out that I did not get it,
Okay.
which I was actually really surprised about because I didn't even get shortlisted, and it was really it was almost like it was written for me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I was like, this is really surprising, but I didn't really desperately want it either.
Yeah.
I was like, look, I feel like I should go for it because I fit the criteria so well. So the fact that I didn't even get shortlisted for it,
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening there. And I did ask for some feedback, which was good. She was like, oh, you didn't demonstrate XYZ. And I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
weird because that is exactly what I've been doing for 15 years. So, I don't know if my application was just really bad or what the case was maybe, but whatever. I don't
I
really
think there's a connection with who got the job.
I get the feeling too that, and this happens a lot with like these types of jobs, that they kind of have people earmarked for
Yeah,
it anyway.
definitely. Yeah.
So look, I don't really care. I was just more surprised that
Yeah.
I didn't even get an interview, that I didn't even get shortlisted for it. So
That in a few months, that job's going to be up again.
well, like I said, I
Not done.
wasn't even convinced that I really wanted it, because it's
Yeah.
moving into an area that is quite dry. Like, I'm quite good at it, but it's a bit like there's more exciting stuff out there. And I actually, then the next day I got a call from a program manager in a different area, like still the same division as what I'm working in, but like a different area, different team. And she was like, so I want you. Like, I have to do all this stuff, and it's a lot by the end of the year. And I thought about it overnight, and I was like, you know what, I don't think I'm really being challenged anymore where I am, and this new role, it will be a challenge. So I told her, I was like, yep, that sounds good. So again, I think it'll be busy, but it'll be different, and in an industry that I'm a little more passionate about. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, it's got a good feel to it.
Yeah.
So you need the challenge. You're ready for challenge.
Yeah, I think
it's got too comfortable.
Yeah, because I do get comfortable, and it's just easy. And that was one of the things that I was thinking. I was like, well, do I just, keep doing what I'm doing and just coasting? Because unfortunately, it's not any more money. Like, it's not a promotion, right? Like, it's just a sideways step. But I'm like, look, it
can lead to other stuff though.
Yeah. So, and it'll be interesting to, grow my knowledge in a different area and stuff. So it's not always about money. I'm very lucky. What I get paid, I'm very happy with, and whatever else. But so we'll see what happens.
Beautiful.
Maybe in a few weeks I'll be like, oh my God, it was terrible.
You'll be fine, I'm sure. So, any gin nights coming up?
No,
nothing planned.
Well, because work has been so stupid busy, that very much has taken a backseat, just because, and I'm sure you know, like it's just constant. Like, you always have to constantly think of content to put on there, and like
it gets tiring sometimes.
I just had no emotional energy to be able to put to it, so I was like, let's just leave it for a little bit, and we'll see if that gets revived or not. But if not, it was fun.
I think it will more early next year.
Yeah.
So I'm doing next year.
I don't miss it. Like, it is fun, and I enjoy doing them. And I think that, like, the feedback that I've had has been really, really good. But I also don't need to do it. Like, I was just doing it as a bit of fun, and I was like, you know what, once it becomes a chore, I don't want to do it. So maybe I'll do it again later. We'll see.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, honey. Well, it was good to see you, but I get the feeling that job's coming back around in a few months.
We'll see. Like I said, I'm not even that. I'm not at all upset. I'm just more like, why did they want me?
I got rejected.
Yeah.
Too good for the job, honey. That's what it is.
Nobody likes rejection, but
that's it. My hubby's gone for another job in the same company, and he's like, he drives me nuts because he talks if I get it, if this, if that, and I'm like, when you get it. But he did the same thing with this job that he's got now. It was a 5-week process to get from the time he applied, or from the time he had his first interview, to be told that he had the job, sort of thing. And I'm like, stop talking about if, it's when, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I keep throwing in there, when you're doing this job, setting the intention for him, kicking energetic slaps every now and then.
And I did laugh when when you opened up tonight, and you were like, go with the flow, and I was like, Leanne, don't be
That's not
telling me
yours.
about this go with the flow business.
Trust and surrender. Go with the flow.
Well, look,
Find peace.
that's kind of what I'm like with this job. I'm
Oh,
like, yeah, whatever.
yeah,
And yeah. So
that's it.
I don't think I'm really angsting over anything. I don't
And
think.
that's the thing. I think we just need to find peace.
Yeah,
We're right where we need to be.
yeah.
Everything will be okay, and like trust in it,
Yeah,
sort of thing.
actually, I was really proud of myself because the last guy that I really, really liked, he moved to Brisbane.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God, we're in the same city. Oh God. And he was messaging me and I was like, oh God, stay strong. Don't open the door. Like that's a bad thing. And
Yeah. And
yeah,
that's the thing. I think some of us are getting called back into old patterns. Those tests are coming up to see how we cope with it,
I
how we
had
respond.
this other guy that I haven't probably seen for about a year.
Yeah.
He sent me a LinkedIn request
Yeah.
and then sent me a text message asking if I ever got my borderline personality treated. And I was like, I think you're projecting there, mate. Like,
Oh my God, I reckon.
I was like, what the? And then a friend of mine was like, no, it's all the retrogrades, like all these people from your
Yeah.
past are like coming back up. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just continue to ignore him. Uh,
Oh, exactly. That's it. And it's just there to test you, sort
just,
of thing. So,
yeah,
Paul was talking about something today, and I said, "Oh, it was about his job, and if he gets this job, he needs to be closer to his work." So I think I'm like, I will move back to Adelaide. There is no problem with that. I keep telling you this. He wants an apartment in the city though, so he can walk to work. I'm
look,
like, we have a dog and a cat.
yeah. And look, apartment living is, I always thought that I would enjoy it, but I've stayed in a couple of apartments, like I was in one in Brisbane and it's fine, but I don't know. I just didn't
It's just,
feel really comfortable, but I don't know if that's just because it wasn't my house either. So,
it is a different lifestyle, isn't it?
yeah. It
So,
was great being so close though. Like I walked everywhere.
yeah,
And that was handy.
yeah,
But yeah.
that's it. So
Anyway,
beautiful.
anyway.
All right, honey,
Okay.
good to see you.
All
I
right.
will let you go to bed now or sleep
Thank
now.
you. Thank
Sweet
you.
dreams.
I'll see you next time.
Okay, look forward to it. See you,
Bye.
hun. Bye. I love it. Oh, it makes me just want to climb into bed. All right, let's do a few more questions now. There was a couple here that caught my attention. Kellyanne says, "Hey, lovely, should I go back to my workplace or on my own?" I was actually drawn more on your own, honey. I want to say trust your gut instincts with that. That needs to be a decision that you make that suits you. But I am very much drawn to more on your own with that. I feel that's stronger. The other one was Kelly. I would love to connect with my son, 31. I lost him this past 4th of July. Oh, honey, my heart goes out to you and your family. All right. The moment, okay. The moment I feel his energy stepping in, all of a sudden my heart, my chest, my lungs area is hurting. I do feel like I've got weight on my chest. So whether there was impact or there was something going on around the heart area is the reference I get with him. I get I feel frustrated with his energy. So I'm not sure if he wasn't able to communicate in the way that he wanted to, or there were things left unsaid in that way. Okay. I feel that I've got a very, I want to say beautiful, loving soul, but at the same time, I feel he could very much withdraw and go back within himself, keep things bottled up in that way as well. You felt his energy, honey, since his passing. I get the reference to he lets you know that he is around you. And it's funny because while I was talking to Jenna, I'd read your question and I was getting the tickle to the nose. So please know that when you're going like that, you're got that tickle to your nose. That is him letting you know that he is very much around you. I keep seeing angel wings. So I don't know if you make reference to him as an angel or there is something to do. I'm actually seeing tattoos of angel wings in that way. So I don't know if somebody has got that in honor of him or he somebody is talking about getting it, but there's a very strong connection with the angel wings in that. But I get very much at peace. My head hurts with his energy, but I feel that was very much based around what was going on with him as well. Okay, please know he hears you talk to him, honey. All right, and I get, sorry, Mum, I love you. I feel like I'm going to get emotional with that because there's emotion coming from him. Okay, so sending you much love, honey, and lots of healing as well there. All right, Brenda, I don't think I have done a card for you, honey. Oh, the dream card. Oops. The dream catcher is what came out for you, honey. And, you know, plan new goals. Make time to follow your dreams. All right. Start focusing on what it is you're working towards. Have that clear picture. I kind of feel like you've been a little bit more in the present. Now is time to actually plan ahead. Put that energy out there, set that intention, and allow that manifestation to flow with that, and stand your ground is the reference I get. Keep that clear picture of what it is that you are working towards. All right. So wishing you all the best there. Pardon me. I like Michaela's comment. Good for you, Roz, on troll control. I love her. You know, something has to happen to get rid of a lot of these people as well. Sherry says, sorry, honey, I got a dry throat with your energy all of a sudden. May I have a reading, please? Just had back surgery and could use some guidance. Okay, sending you lots of love and healing, honey. Okay, I keep getting listen to your body, honey. So whether you've pushed yourself too far in the past, now is time to find that balance between, I want to say, movement and rest, healing in that way as well with that. I do see the surgery being more of a success. So I don't know if you're a bit concerned about ongoing issues afterwards, but I do feel that it's going to be on the better end of what they were expecting in that way. There was something to do with the timing of the surgery, so whether it had been delayed or they were needing to push it back type of thing. I just get, look at the time of when it happened. So I sort of feel like it was supposed to have gone through a bit sooner. It happened when it needed to, is the reference I get with that. Okay. My back's burning. So I kind of feel that's a lot to do with the healing and the healing that is going on at the moment. See that positive outcome. All right. So whether you're questioning yourself a little bit at the moment, I do feel that the pain is still quite there in that sense, but it is about getting on top of it. I keep hearing breathe. So whether you hold your breath with pain, I just get the reference to the need to take those slow, deep breaths. All right. So wishing you all the very best there, honey, as well. All right. I'm seeing there's lots of questions. Okay, hey Terry, how you going, Han? She says, hi, Leanne, how are you and the family? Will my partner have a good outcome in court? I got a yes with that. Myself and the family are doing as well as it can be expected, honey. Things are going reasonably well with my daughter's treatment, so she's over halfway now. Bring on 15th of December when hopefully all that is finalised with her treatment and she can start to recover from all that. So thank you. And yes, good luck with court stuff. It does have a good feel to it. Guys, just remember there's quite a few different stalkers, scammers there in the background asking you to reach out to them for accurate readings, inbox them, friends request them. They are all scammers. They will hack your pages. They will try to get you to sign up for something for free, offer you a freebie, but get you to put your credit card details into something. Please, please, please don't fall for these idiots because really that's what they are. If, like I said earlier, if they need to reach out on other people's pages, they don't have very good morals and they can take a leaping jump. I said that so politely. I'm really not in the mood for him tonight, am I? And I know Roz is doing a very good job in the background of blocking a lot of them. Unfortunately, they still show on my end. Okay. Jessica would love some spiritual guidance for my partner Luke for a work guidance. Thank you. I actually feel frustrated. English would help. Does he have trouble getting his words out, honey? Because I feel frustrated within him, but it's like I know what I need to say, but it's not coming out in the way that it needs to. So I do feel he gets stuck on his words. I actually see change coming within him. I want to say be patient with the way work is at the moment, but I get he's got one foot in the door, one foot out. He can do more is the reference. So to me, it's a feeling he's got the tools, the skill set to actually perform more of a skill than what he is doing. And he will be given the opportunity to do that. So look at how, like I said, the opportunity will present itself in the right timing. It's just not quite there. He just needs to be patient. All right. So wishing you and your partner all the very best, honey, as well. Anita says, yep, Universal tells us to look for the symbols, the signs and the symbols. Oh, there we go. It's going to scroll up now. It certainly does. And they quite often are being put in front of us regularly as well. And it's just a matter of stopping and listening, taking the time to see it too. Because sometimes we are always constantly on the go. We miss things because our focus is so intense at times. And this is where it's about finding that peace. Like I said, slowing down, taking the breath, trusting and surrendering in stuff as well. Roz isn't getting the stream fully. Okay, cool. It's all good. I will fix it all up tomorrow. Sandra is saying I've reported. Thank you, Sandra. Very much appreciated, honey. We just got a few people there. Terry's saying she's reported. Wonderful. The more we report this stuff to Facebook and the other social medias, the more they've got to take action. They're going to be forced to, seriously. Lee would like a card. Certainly, hun. I just got told to stop shuffling and pull the card. So you've got the wings card, honey. This is about spread your wings and take flight. There are no limitations. So what's holding you back lately, honey? I actually feel like you've got a lot that you carry on your shoulders, like a lot of energy. And it may be the energy of others trying to fix them and stuff like that. I just get the reference to take that time for you, bring that focus back within. It is time to spread your wings. It's time to soar in that energy that is truly yours. Okay, instead of trying to balance and keep everybody else happy in that way. All right. Roz is saying Facebook bugs. Yeah, I tell you, there seems to be a few as well. Emily says, I am very, you're talking about Facebook bugs. I am clicking on the message and it didn't want to come up. Emily says, I am very connected with empath as well. I hate the feeling. I feel guilty. He says he thinks he's been taunted and has been since his mum died years ago. Okay, honey, so maybe look at the timing. What is it that he needs to deal with around his mum's passing? These are just different things you can look at, okay? Did he allow himself the time to grieve his mother's passing? Was there things left unsaid, unsettled energy in that way? Now I've got spirit poking me. Why is she trying to get his attention? Sort of thing, especially if the timing is there. Okay. So I just get the reference to he needs to put pen to paper, write stuff down. So to me, it's more around the feelings of writing stuff down, what's on his mind, the stuff that can't, like we store deep down and try to bury. I just get the reference to there's some work there that he needs to do. Okay. All right. Whitney says, well said. So does, I'm guessing you're talking all about these, my little rants about these This is well put. If I could say that stuff in English, I wouldn't use the words I did, and that would be perfect. All right, beautiful. All right, Caroline, will my daughter find some part-time work to help her with her confidence? Yes, I kind of feel like I want to get her in a traineeship type thing. All right. So I do feel yes with that. Okay. And now the buttons are working when I'm not wanting it to work. All right. So I see there's still a lot of you're welcome, honey. It's my pleasure. Okay. Roz says, yes, I heard and saw a few things. I love it when it's like that. This is when I should have bought my ghost investigation stuff when we were away. It should be a permanent residence in my car, but it's not. It takes up room. Beth is here. We've got a few people coming in as well that I haven't said hello to, but I'm just sending all big hugs and saying hi. The button doesn't want to work. Roz, I don't know how you push buttons all the time. They don't want to work. Jasmine says, hi, Leanne. Will I get back into work soon? Yes, I feel the work will be connected with study as well, honey. So to me, I get you'll be doing both. Okay. All right. So there are a few people. There we go. Alicia saying, Emily, there is also peach selenite, which is a super pretty. There we go. So have a look at that. So, and putting it under the bed helps. It helps to draw in a lot of that negative energy. It becomes like a source that attracts it, sort of thing as well. All right. You are all very welcome. Very, very shallow water. What does that mean, Roz? Very shallow water. I'm not sure what that comment's about. 10th of October has caught my attention. Will the 10th of October go smoothly as possible? Yes, I got a yes with that. That's also my daughter's birthday. All right, so I know there's a few people that I have missed. So everybody that has asked for a card or asked a question that I have not got a chance to answer, as I feel like I'm hitting the wall very quickly. I'm going to pull you all a card. Now, this is so you've got two cards with this, all right? So the footsteps is very much about taking action, but also look at the imprint that we are leaving behind in the moment, okay? So action has consequences. Be conscious of the imprint as you leave it behind, all right? So think about the imprint that you do want to be left behind. What do you want to be known as or for in that way? And the second card that came out was the palette, and this is very much about expressing yourself, finding that creative side, moving a lot of that energy through. Be creative, express yourself, learn something new. So look at what you're putting out there, but also learn something on that journey. We never stop learning. Okay. So I feel that's quite fitting for this energy at the moment that is going on. If you want to know more about weekly cards and stuff like that, consider joining my membership, which is up there. LeanneWinston.com, become a member. In that membership, you get to come up on screen like the lovely ladies did tonight with me as part of their memberships. You can also get the weekly guidance cards where I pull a reading for the week ahead. And there's lots and lots and other stuff. There is 2 levels to the membership as well. So the full membership is $297. The mini membership is $97 a year. I'm talking yearly with these, and there are also monthly options there as well. So do check them out. Like I said before, if you'd like to order a deck of cards of the Inner Soul cards, Roz is busy in the background. Thank you, honey. Please do go to my website, leannewinston.com, or you can go to Inner Soul Oracle Cards. Inner Soul Oracle .com.au as well with there. Thank you, honey. It's lucky Roz is quick on the the keyboard. So thank you for that. I much appreciated as well. And if you're in the Mowbridge area, do come down to Sturt Reserve on Sunday. I'm on stall 35, which is right on the end, and I'll be there with Mum and Dad with lots of crystals, the oracle cards on sale, and the beautiful woodwork that Dad does. He's got very clever and got some new technology, so easier ways of burning stuff. If you're interested, if you're somebody that collects tumble stones, and I do have 2 or 3 here laying, tumble stones with my nails, and they are a little bit harder to hold on to like that. Dad has created trays that you can put, and these are really good for kids as well, that you can put your tumble stones into. You could put the name on there if you want to, with a little bit of information as well, and they will make an amazing Christmas present for people as well. And if you've got a lot of tumble stones, I think one tray holds like 50, and they can be made to be stackable as well. So if you're interested in something like that, reach out and I can send you some photos of them, and prices and stuff. And yeah, great way to store your crystals and whatnot as well. Thanks, Roz. She must have had a typo there before as well. That's how tired I am, Roz. I missed it. Sarah says Roz is a beautiful soul. She very much is. So as well as a lot of fun when you're traveling on the road with as well. I tell you what, the conversations that we have, the laughter we have, and that is even without alcohol. So yeah. It says a lot. All right, gorgeous souls. I'm going to leave it there. If you're interested in booking a reading, please do check out my website, leannewinston.com. I have limited days of the week that I am working around my daughter's treatment as well until she's back on track. Kim says, thank you, lovely. Have a peaceful sleep. I'm going to hit the pillow very hard and very fast. Okay, some clown around our corner again. Done it right that time. Thank you, Annie. Much appreciated all the hard work that you are doing in the background. All right, gorgeous souls, take care. I will see you back here next Wednesday night. We do have a long weekend this weekend, so enjoy some time if you get to have that time off. Don't forget, daylight savings starts on Sunday as well. So apparently we are going forward an hour, I learned this morning, as I didn't realize we were that time of the year just yet. All right, much love. Bye for now.